Okay, guys, we're actually back in action, and the mic works. Hold on. The mic works great, actually, and it's like really windy. So, like, for it to work the way it's working, I'm actually kind of happy. Okay. Um, I don't know where I want to go with this podcast, but I just know I kind of want to do an introduction with just me. I might have someone come on a little later on in the podcast, but like, I don't know. I kind of want to basically just talk about what's been going on, not like in my life personally, like too much has been going on, but a lot has been going on where it feels like maybe I need to talk about it, where it feels like maybe it's therapeutic to talk in a sense of like just saying it and feeling a relief in a way. But this is Prime Example Podcast, and I'm your host, Leslie, and I am back like I never left, which I did leave for quite some time. It's been like, I think, 2 to 3 months since I've posted or made any videos, and I'm kind of upset because it just feels like I've been so out of tune of what I want to do and where I've been going. I'm back. I had technical difficulties. Yeah, so I'm back. And actually, when I said 3 months, it's been more like 7. I don't know why I take these like breaks. Well, actually, I do know why. I had moved. The girl's a homeowner now. Um, not just that. Most people already know, but I'm having a baby. Now I'm like 5 months, I believe. And I'm really excited. I think in the beginning it was hard because I was having like a lot of not morning sickness. It was like night sickness, honestly. Like I would go to sleep feeling like I have to throw up. If I ate certain food, I feel like throwing up, and like all this extra stuff. It was not good. I felt like I couldn't work. I felt drowsy. I wasn't tired as much, but I was at the same time. As of lately, it's been harder for me to get good rest. I just think with the overthinking and having to feel like there's so much pressure going on since this is my first kid, I feel like I have a lot to lose now. I feel like before I wasn't in the mindset of like, oh, I can't lose anything. Like I honestly felt like if I die tomorrow, I'll be fine. Like, you know? But like now it's like, no, I have someone like a little mini me coming into this world that I know I have to take care of and I have to eventually look after and make sure that they're in the right hands, and I have to think about those things now. And it's just like before I did kind of think of those things because I do take care of like my brother and stuff, but like that's not the equivalent of like having a whole child. So um I'm blessed and I'm grateful to have a baby that's coming, hopefully like healthy and nothing's like wrong, in that some sort. But I'm just learning how to adjust my life to what's coming, and I've been a lot of over like all over the place, like in general. I've been preparing for the baby shower, and that's will be coming soon. Obviously, you guys probably won't see it unless it's like on Facebook or something, because I don't really post like too much but like my content of my tattoos and stuff, which book, because why you can, because soon enough I won't be tattooing for a little bit. I won't take that long of a break, but I'm gonna take a break. I'm also taking a break from work, which is probably hard for me because I've been working like all my life. I've been working since I was like 14. I had my first job was like this factory kind of job, but it was like I was working under the table for like these Arabs. They were kind of racist, honestly, but I mean, I was getting paid. I wasn't getting paid enough though, which I really like start a union or something around here and be like, hey, raise the pay. But there's a lot of immigrants going now, so it's like couldn't do that. But I'm not an immigrant, by the way. Wait, I don't know if I should say that. Scratch that. Anyway, but yeah, I was working since I was 14. I was working in this factory with some Arabs, and they were cool for the most part. But like, I just knew them because of like family. I lied, like I was saying, I was like 16. And when I feel like they basically knew, because I did not look 16, like at all. I was literally starting high school. Yeah, and around that time, when I was working, it was cool, but I didn't like it because I felt really nauseous every time I went. Like the product of the chips, it was like a chip factory, and the product of it made me like want to vomit every time I was there. And then the ladies, like the señoras there, they were so mean because they thought I didn't know Spanish, like, which I am like a no sabo kid, but I know and yo si sabo, but like not really. And basically they were like talking like crap on the low for real. And I'm just like, damn, like, and I look at them and they're like, oh, like they were confused because they're like, dang, do she really know Spanish or she don't? Like I didn't say anything 'cause it's like, bro, like I'm young, but what I'm gonna say to these old ass people, like I felt low key disrespected and like mistreated and like there's fucking bunch of racism going on and I'm just like, yeah. So I don't know. At a young age, I felt like there was a lot of mental stuff growing up. But I only worked there for like I think 2 years up until I was able to like turn 16. Then I had two jobs after that. I was working at KFC, the zoo at the same time. Clocked out at one job, went to the other one during the summer. Like I was always about my money and like yeah. And honestly, like to this day, I'm still working like two plus jobs. So it's like I still don't have time to stay still like as much as I want to. And like I love shooting like podcast videos because it's like something I really genuinely love to do. I love filming, I love talking, I love editing. I love the editing portion of it because it's like I get to make this content and bring it out to you guys and show you guys what I'm about. And you guys might not be able to see all of it or like see what's behind the whole like shebang of what's really going on. But I kind of want to start filming more. I want to start filming better content. Damn, I feel like I'm speaking too fast, where I can't like breathe. Like I'm pregnant and I'm fat. I'm not really fat, but you guys one day see the belly, peep it or people don't. I mean, peep don't peep. I don't know, but damn, it's kind of hot now. They're gonna kidnap me. This is my documentary of my last. I don't know what's gonna say after that, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, I don't know. Just new adjustment of, and then having to realize I'm not gonna have to work. I started saving, not like crazy, but like crazy, and because like now I have a house, so I have to pay that, and like stuff that comes with the house, and there's like a lot of remodeling that needs to be done. That's why another thing. That's why I didn't shoot my podcast because with the house I was doing a lot of remodeling, which I still am, and like that's a big investment for me. And if anyone knows me, when I invest into something that I want to do, I invest my all and my time to it. And it took me a year to start the podcast, and I'm not even consistent as much as I want to be. And I hate that because I'm a very consistent person, but I need the time. And it hurts because it's like, bruh, where could I find the time to do it? And today I felt like, you know what, this is the time for me to actually put like my effort into filming this podcast and shooting it and like getting it out there. And like I feel kind of like bummy right now because like I don't like none of my clothes fit. And that's like maybe that's like a whole thing about postpartum. I don't think I'm gonna have like a drastic postpartum. I probably will, and that's like something I'm having a little bit in between. Like I felt like I had some sort of body dysmorphia, um, but like I didn't, but I did. Like with working out, because I feel like with working out, I feel like when you're working out and you're in the gym, I feel like I don't see a change because I'm looking at myself in the mirror every day. But now that I'm like pregnant and like since I was remodeling and stuff, there's not a lot of mirrors in the house, so it's like I'm not looking at myself consistently, but I know the change because none of my pants fit. I was like, I was just able to fit this 2 months ago. A girl isn't like so small no more. She a little big. She a little thick. She a little dump in the trunk, Like she's getting somewhere, but like I don't look too pregnant, but I'm getting up there. And it's like goes to show like this is so hard for me. But I know for the women out there, how do you do it? Advice in the bottom, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah. But it's like it'd be a struggle sometimes, having to think about that. But I'm glad like the partner I have, he's very supportive. He's not like disregarding as much as some people would assume people are. I wouldn't want to say anything that I shouldn't because I don't know. But like I don't know. I think having certain people around you and them not making you feel any like less about you gaining weight or some sort of stuff helps a lot better too. And I feel like having just a support in general and knowing that like they recognize that your body's gonna change over time, that they shouldn't make you feel less of yourself or put you down because you're changing. Um, because like you're growing a whole nother human being, like that takes a lot of you and like that takes a lot of energy and stuff like that. Like it changes a person, and I feel like me being pregnant changes a lot. I definitely stopped like doing stuff I was doing before. If you guys know me, I used to like smoke and stuff, and I don't do that anymore. But it was really never a necessity for me. It wasn't hard to stop either. Like, it wasn't a big thing for me. Like smoking never been like it was always a luxury, not a necessity, not a want. It was more of like, well, it was more of a want than a need, if anything. I didn't need it. Most of the time, I did want it to go to sleep better. Felt like I was soothed a lot better. It would soothe my sleep. Um, it calmed down a lot of my emotions. I feel like my emotions now that I'm pregnant are like everywhere. I'm crying a lot more. I've never been this emotional before, which I hate because I am so emotional. Like any little thing bugs me. I'm overthinker. When I was overthinker before, I used to just smoke and get it over with, and that's like probably like I wouldn't say the worst trait of mine, but it was a nonchalant trait I had because of smoking. I wasn't a nonchalant person, but I made myself nonchalant by smoking because it helped me like forget and could care less like about other people's feelings and disregard them and how they felt and made it all about myself, and I was selfish. But now that I'm bringing a whole nother human being, I don't I can't be selfish. But with my food, that's different. Don't touch my food. Don't touch it. Like when it comes to between me and my food, yeah, that's something else not to be played with. Don't like it's crazy. Even my man would tell me like you are stingy with your food, and it's like look, with men they like to when you want to share a food and they be like they take a bite out of it, they're not taking a small bite. I'm like, hey, take a bite. I have an ice cream. I'm gonna tell you in a second. It's just like taking a small bite out of it. They're gonna take a small bite, but it's like a big ass bite. And if you have this much, you're gonna take a big ass bite to make it this much. It's like I'm feeding two. Let me be stingy with my food while I can, because then I'm gonna have to feed somebody else, and they're gonna be asking for my food, and I'm gonna be left with nothing. I just want to be selfish for a little bit. Like, let me be selfish. Like, a girl just want to be a girl without having to feed into feeling some type of judgment because I don't want to share my food. Like, you should have got some of yourself, sir. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, that was just the other thing. It was like a couple of days. It wasn't even a couple of days ago. It was like a mango ice cream. I knew there was three left. I knew there was three left. Right. I took one to the room and I ate it. And he was like, "Why are you?" He's like, "Can I get a bite?" And he's like, "Is there more?" I'm like, "No, there isn't no more. There's two left now." He freaking was like, and I was like, damn, there's only two left, so I kind of want another one. I knew I was gonna want another one, so that's why I was like, no, there isn't no more. I went back and I shared a little bit of mine, and then I went back to get another ice cream, and I was like, there's no more, but I'll share this one with you. And then I went back to get another one, and then I came back and I was like, yeah. He's like, you said there wasn't no other one. I was like, yeah, well, I lied, cause you're gonna eat it all. I mean, I shared that one with him too, so it's like sharing is caring, you know. I'm feeding two, you're feeding basically like five, but whatever, no judgment here. It's just funny. But I don't know. Yeah, that whole pregnancy thing is just took a toll on me. Just went on a little rampage about it. But I guess I'm joining the not the baby mama team, but the mama team. I don't like the term baby mama and baby daddy. Like, I don't know. I was gonna say father of my child. Just me though. Just me. Who's to say? Who's to say? But yeah, I don't know. I think that's gonna conclude this podcast. Oh, well, I didn't say this is gonna conclude it because I want to talk more, but I think I'm gonna save it for another day. But that's kind of the life update, honestly. Um, it's just really just a life update of where I've been, and I'm gonna start filming more, and I want to be more consistent in what I want to do. Um, in hoping that people actually watch my stuff, because I mean, honestly, it's not for people to watch. It feels like it's more for me to know I'm doing something I want to do, and I shouldn't want anyone else's validation or like judgment on what I want them to think. Like, at the end of the day, it's my life. I'm gonna live it. So yeah. But yeah, there's gonna be more videos soon. So just like, share, and comment. I will be on Spotify if you guys are listeners. Hello and come back again. I hope you guys are listening to my splurges every now and then. That was just my little rundown of what's going on. My actual next podcast is gonna actually be more segments. This was just about like a little update of what's been going on and why I'm coming back or how I'm coming back, and hopefully come back and better. And it'll be a new scenery. I actually like this scenery by far. I think out of all my podcasts. And I got this little new mic. It's cute. It clips, but I kind of felt like it didn't work. I went in kind of close because it's kind of windy. It's actually a lot of windy. So I didn't know if you guys can hear me. But yeah, that concludes my podcast. And then I was your host, Leslie. This is Prime Example Podcast, and hope to see you guys again. Bye.